But for the longest time, I knew what they were, but like I knew how.
Uh, yeah, the official term that news networks use are lower thirds. Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to One on One. We're here today with special guest. Oh wait, with special. I had a stream starting too. With special guest Rotten Five. We'll be on in just a moment as I announce this to our viewers. But welcome to One on One. Hello, everybody. We're so sorry about that delay, but welcome to One on One. I'm your host, Gray Jakers 1113, and newbies behind me. I'm not on a call with him, and dang it, Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna keep going anyway, so. Hello, everybody. We're so sorry about that delay, but welcome to One on. Come on, dang it. And the feed of Rotten 5 is buffering him. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hello, Rotten. You were recently elected senator, and you are also the former chairman of the New Liberal Party. My first question for you today is, why did you leave the New Liberal Party? Why did you leave while you were chairman?
It's not necessarily that I left. It's more necessarily that I was kicked out forcefully and unreasonably. Basically, what happened is Gatesville invited me to a new party, Proletariat Party, and it wasn't even registered with the FTC yet. It had only had like 3 supporters in it. So, invited me to the party, and then out of nowhere, he made me chairman. And unbeknownst to me, he also announced the new party and the new Liberal Party announcements and my campaign started. So, Microwave joined, the guy who owns the new Liberal Party. He saw I was chairman and basically demoted me from chairman of the new Liberal Party for doing nothing because I was offline when all this happened. The only thing I did was join
Okay.
slightly, and then I went back to doing whatever I was doing.
I heard. Okay, so I also heard that also recently. Actually, I touched on this during FTN News tonight. There were actually Microwave did become a temporary party leader in your absence. So I'm going to. I think recently actually GDK Fonzo became chairman of the New Liberal Party. He became your successor. Do you think he's a good successor, or do you think that you should, or do you think that he should not be chairman? Rotten? Are you muted? Rotten. You there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so what I was saying is GDK Fonzo was recently elected as chairman for the New Liberal Party. And so, therefore, GDK Fonzo became your successor last night and was elected chairman of the New Liberal Party. Do you think that he will make a good chairman for the New Liberal Party? Or do you think that he should not be chairman?
Okay, my Wi-Fi is acting up, sorry, but what I think you said was, do you think I believe GDK Fonzo would be a good chairman?
Yes.
Uh, I don't know, okay? I really don't know. He's a business owner in Utah, just got elected to the House of Representatives. He was never in a leadership role until he got elected. So, I really don't know and or can't say whether he would be good. But I do know the current situation of the New Liberal Party from when I was ejected from it. It's basically there. They were half dead. I presented a lifeline with completely constantly spam campaign
Yeah. I noticed you tried to get you tried to get the party a lot more active, and props to you for that. But what I'm saying is, so you said yeah, I remember I became part of the national committee during your final days, and I am possibly considering leaving due to some of the toxicity, but I don't know, and mainly because of my journalism. Because I don't think maybe I'm.
But
How did you try? How did you Do you think that they should give you back the position of chairman if you were to rejoin the new Liberal Party?
that's assuming I rejoin the New Liberal Party, okay? At this point, I don't even feel like rejoining the party, okay? Mainly because Microwave likes to micromanage everything, okay? This dates back to when I was first elected chairman, okay? I don't think Microwave ever wanted to really give the party away. It was mainly just not interested in running it. And so he found me, while I was elected, to run it. And then, after he saw I was going to do a good job and actually try to get the party back up and running, he kind of wanted it back and he kind of started micromanaging everything. So,
He
long story
wanted.
short, I went through loophole after loophole
So
trying to do my job. Yes.
so he
Started
kind of
micromanaging,
wanted to keep the
including myself.
status. So he kind of just wanted to keep the status quo.
Basically, yes. And I was actually trying to change it. Now, the reason you were nominated to the National Committee was an attempt to get changes made, okay? One of the first things I wanted to do was change the requirements needed to run with the Liberal Party. Make it a lot more welcoming. He set it as 20 supporters required to run with the party, and
That's no.
I wanted it to be down to 5. So I started getting people to join the National Committee to hold a vote with the committee and ensure that it passed with a majority, forcing him to change the rules, or at least allowing me to change the rules. It's kind of like acting in the court, but with the party's committee, if you can understand.
Yes, and I am very grateful that Cage Kill actually appointed me to the national committee. Thank you. At that time, FTN wasn't really in the airwaves yet, but so one more. So yeah, so can you summarize how what it was like in your during the final days of you being chairman? What was it like?
Final days. So, believe it or not, I actually opened the vote on changing the rules and requirements to the party the day I got rejected from it. So, current standings, at least in my last check, were 4 votes to change it, 1 vote to not change it. And I don't think Microwave was very happy about that. So, he was definitely looking to get me on something.
Okay, so you got something done at least.
Comes into my DMs. I think. I have no idea if it works or not, but Skill came into my DMs and sent me an invite to the Proletariat Party and said to join it. And that is when everything went downhill. That's when Breakaway found out I was ranked chairman, he kicked me out, blah, 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 blah. Actually tried to appeal the demotion with the FEC, but they said they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, mainly because they do not. But you were fair. But do you? Anyways, we're not gonna move on from discussing the new Liberal Party. So, anyway, I know you got disconnected. Let's just keep the interview going as you do that. It doesn't. It's fine. It's fine. Well, as I was saying was, okay, yeah. We're gonna keep this interview going as you rejoin. So, anyways, what party are you with now? Roten? You there? Are you there?
Demoted me from Chile, everybody.
Are you there?
I'm back.
Okay.
Alright.
So, anyways, what I was asking is, what party are you with now?
I am with the Constitutionalist Party, okay?
Oh, you're with the
Mainly
Constitutionalists.
because yes, they
They,
have a very active party, okay?
yeah, very active.
It's one of the most active parties, and it's not like the GOP party right now, where they basically puppet every candidate. No, it's probably the most anti-GOP party that is in NUSA right now. They're anti-Venix. They actually started an entire revolt against the Venix. Believe it or not. Yeah.
Well,
Almost
one thing,
with my
regarding the revolts of Venix, on the Venix, I'm mainly in their Discord server to keep up with the latest news to report on it. But I wanted to say, I'm not going to say if I support the revolt or not because I'm a journalist. But I was going to say, for most people, what was really the spark that lit the fire for the revolts to happen? That caused the revolt. What was the? Okay, so
The root cause of it was Arnie.
Okay.
Basically, everything Arnie was doing. Okay. Arnie and Leo, they are the most corrupt politicians in NUSA. Okay. They have an entire political family, and it started back during Senate Class 2 elections, a little bit before that, where they were labeled as a crime family, for basically inciting crimes. Back when DC was still being rioted, and it's actually a little bit before DC was still being rioted. Basically, they were doing the most shady politics you could ever imagine in NUSA. I'm not 100% sure on what it was, but I just know that Arnie was doing stuff and that he was initially the spark of the fire.
Yeah, there was a bribery scandal. Leo Vanek was very quick to. What I was gonna say is Leo Vanek was very quick to denounce the things Arnie did. But I'm wondering, what is your opinion on the new vice president? On the new president? He used to be vice president.
Yeah. What did that do? It was basically Arnie's little puppet. Basically, make sure Arnie does not slip up. And, well, he slipped up.
What I'm gonna say one thing is that one thing I've noticed. Okay, one thing that I have noticed actually is that based off what it is, I'm gonna say this, that Lord Death the Reaper, since becoming president, has been a lot more active than Arnie. He's already had a state visit to Finland. Which is beneficial. He made it so actually that businesses made it. He started a deal that could to work to making it that businesses registered in the NUSA can also freely operate in Roblox Finland.
Yeah, he's definitely been a lot more active. Absolutely. And I think that since becoming president, he's been forced to be more active and forced to fix and work upon what Arnie left behind. Because I'm gonna straight up say Arnie did not do a whole lot as president. tried to get a med kit, buffer, pass, through coin management, but that was taking way too long. And then he tried a bunch of other stuff. That did not work. Basically, sat there losing a whole lot. But
Well,
he
many
did the best he could
okay.
to be at least more understood.
Well, I'm gonna say that something actually, but many in the military have been like Arnie Vanek, actually, mainly because he's increased benefits to them. So I wanted to.
You know, I think Arnie increasing benefits was more of a political move to ensure that he would have at least a good reputation with them
Okay.
and the Veterans Affairs and whatnot. But the military, they only make up a finite amount of percent of people in NUSA. In doing that, supporting only the military, he completely forgot about all the law enforcement guys, all the intelligence agency guys, all the other government officials, and essentially one of the most important roadblocks in NUSA, the newbies, the people who are just now going to be able to start voting in elections, whose votes will not get filtered out of the elections due to the citizenship dates. And that is where Arnie slipped up. He did not appeal to the majority of people in NUSA, the regular citizens, and
Okay.
the gaming people, and like the CPC for fun, who make up a majority of voters in NUSA.
Yes, they do. They do. So, another thing I'm going to say is what what is your agenda as a senator? And Rotten, your stream is still disconnected.
My agenda as a senator. So, let me pull that up, okay?
Stream your agenda. Show me your agenda. Stream it.
Let me stream my agenda.
Yeah.
Yes. Stream your agenda.
So just tell me what do you want to do? What do you want to do as a senator?
So, basically, the first bill I'm currently working on right now is to remove Senate nominations, okay? Basically, if you don't know what Senate nominations are, it's if there's a vacancy within the Senate because someone got expelled. The president has the power given by the Constitution to nominate anyone they like, immediately to the Senate. What I plan to do is change that to at least a 2/3 majority approval by the Senate in of itself. That's the first step.
Okay.
The second step would probably be to form the police department. Okay, I've been to DC enough times on Roblox to know there's simply not enough police, okay? All the gangs, the violence, the sponge gang, that stuff, they basically rule over DC, okay? I see that happen, especially with the Capitol riots, which I know that was incited and supported by the Voice Against Minix movement, but still, someone has to be there to enforce the law.
Also, back in my campaign for House, I proposed a bill that would create a strike system. I said that I would have a bill that would create a strike system for police officers who false arrest. So, for example, if someone reports them false arresting or shows them evidence of false arresting, whether that be a witness or a video or a screenshotted evidence, I would say this. And also, I also came up with this idea that it should also, that the police officers, when they arrest people, they should state the arrest and give the person being arrested able to give him a chance to explain and say why they shouldn't be arrested, like say. But then unless they're just shooting around, like, okay? Unless the police officers are shooting around. Unless somebody is shooting, then they could just freely arrest them without warning. Okay?
That would be a a good idea. The fundamental problem with that is that there is more lines you can break, knowingly break, without just, shooting around, that you can be arrested for on the spot. One of those laws that I'm going to use as a prime example is the Capitol, and who can be on the property and who can't be on the property. So, I'm going to get into the story. What happened the other day with me is that I invited you as the Capitol as my plus one, which you can do if you're elected into Congress.
Okay.
But the Capitol Police there thought you were trespassing.
Yeah, they kept thinking.
And, it was, they arrested me twice for basically being my plus one, which I can do, but yeah, it's ridiculous. And then another guy, he trespassed onto there, basically waltzed up to me and started talking to me, and I told them they went out my plus one. They did nothing about it. So
Okay.
that's one of the fundamental problems with that.
Yeah.
And false arrest.
What I would suggest is maybe they could make it so there should be a way for senators maybe to if congressmen shouldn't have a plus one. I'm thinking maybe they could have a way to I don't know, identify them as the plus one. Maybe whether that be like maybe they could just be able to inform the police over the radio saying, "Hello, I have a plus one," and just name the plus one or something like that. I don't know. Well, anyways,
I tried doing that and the radio them in saying you are a plus one, and they basically just ignored me.
Okay.
For
So
some odd reason.
mainly because they were dealing with a bunch of people with guns outside the Capitol.
Probably.
Rotten, can you start streaming again? Because currently I'm just showing a feed of the Discord. Anyways, as Rotten sets that back up, we'll be right back. Heck, we're gonna go on a commercial break. It is 7:41. We're going on a commercial break. Thanks. Hello, and we are back. Rotten, are you there? Still there?
I am here, yes. I am still here.
Okay, so, anyways, what other things are on your agenda as a senator?
So, I was gonna start looking to see if we can do something about the gangs in Washington, D.C. Because basically, as I said before, they basically rule the police to shoot everybody in sight.
Okay.
One of my agendas, ideas are to increase the price of weapons, slowing down the amount of weapons they have and the amount they can do.
Okay.
That they can do.
So what another thing I wanted to say is
Yeah.
that remember, I think a lot of these criminals also might have these purchased. Owen, bro, I'm live.
I said I wasn't gonna say anything.
You're unmuted.
I know, I got interrupted.
Okay.
Someone barged in the room and was like, my brother was trying to annoy me. As I was saying, remember that most of these criminals actually have the firearms purchased so they'll permanently be in their inventory when they respawn. As a game pass. They purchase them as a game pass. And I don't think you can just go make it say, hey, it's illegal now to... Like, I would say maybe... Yeah, but increasing the cost of firearms could help. Another suggestion is that unless under threat, the gun cannot be pointed and it has to be held, on the thing with T. When you press T, you know how you hold it? I don't know what that's called, but...
That is actually a law currently.
Oh, okay.
You can't use guns
Well,
unless it's in self-defense, but that obviously breaks that law. That's obviously defending.
I know that law. Everybody just holds it pointed out because they just don't, because nobody presses the T key. So I'm thinking maybe before even going to the near the camp to some areas of maybe before, like, maybe it could be that maybe it should be this. We could do it, make it so we could just... Do you think what other ways will you work to combat these gangs and crimes and all these thugs in Washington, D.C., as Michael Smith called them back when me and him were both at Fox?
So, there is a Discord server called the Crime League. I think, let me look at that right now. Basically, it has all of the archive games and crimes and murders that have ever existed in Newseta. What I would want to do is try to disband that and make that illegal. So, yeah.
So it's like communication between criminals?
Yeah, it's basically a Discord for criminals.
Was it created by the Noosa government?
On Discord. No, it was created by the criminals themselves.
Okay.
A new blacklisted person is the owner of that server.
A blacklisted person.
Believe it or not.
So,
yes,
they're blacklisted from from being in the government and all that, so essentially, you could make it illegal for you to be in a Discord, an NUSA related Discord server owned by a blacklisted member. But I think that I didn't know anything about this server. I'm thinking we should, Rotten, I'm going to say this. You should share that server with law enforcement.
Yes, I would definitely share that server with people. I'm not 100% sure if law enforcement can do anything about that. That may be like an FBI investigation kind of thing.
Maybe we could say maybe we could have it so for people who commonly commit crimes, I think they should, maybe in DC they could have to go through, they would be probably, like, I don't know. Like, do you think, and another question, not relating to the crime thing, because we've touched on that for a while. What are other pieces of your agenda in the Senate? Can I have some more, any more things you want to do while in the Senate?
So, one other thing that I want to do in the Senate, and this is going to get very political very quickly, but
Yeah,
attack the deep state and prevent them from doing pretty much anything politically related, okay?
so what is the deep state? What do you mean by the deep state?
Basically the GOP party and the Patriot Party and the Vinex and all of them.
Oh, you call them? So, in order to do that, you would probably have to try to impeach the Vinex. You would probably, like, the deep state is a very vague thing. Like, I'm not going to comment whether I believe I would say something about the quote deep state, but like what I'm going to say is I have a very good relationship with both Republicans, with some Republicans and members and constitutionalists like you, Rotten. Mainly because I talk to them. Like, for example, Leo Vinick randomly just once asked me, he was bored and he just asked somebody how their day was going, and I told them I was having a rough day. Sent me something cool. Sent me a picture of a cute dog and it made me happy. But, well, normally what I'm going to say is this. I think NUSA is very divided right now. I'm going to say is I'm going to be a bit constructive of you. I think it would be best for the constitutionalists in Congress to try to work together with the GOP. Because without that, nothing's ever going to get done. Rotten, you there? Rotten, you're there? Or, Rotten, are you there? Rotten? Rotten? Sir?
Okay, my Wi-Fi just crashed.
Okay. Okay,
You were talking to Leo Vinick and just asking you about your day. Is that correct?
yeah, yeah. One thing I want to say is, do you think Leo Vinick is just as bad as Arnie Vinick? Or do you think he's better, or do you think he's worse?
I honestly think he's about the same beta or he's worse, okay? He is full-blown pro-Arnie and would do anything for him.
He actually, in his statement, immediately after the scandal broke loose, he was on a call and Arnie just casually mentioned it. He said that, when he learned about the severity of the scandal Arnie was in, he said he began drafting articles of impeachment. Would you?
Just an attempt to save himself. It's not get affiliated with the scene, okay?
Okay.
He would definitely do that in an attempt to immediately hop off the stinking ship with the Vinex and maybe go on some other ship with another political family. But yeah, Leo is absolutely not loyal to the deep state. He's only doing it for the supporters and to get elected as Speaker of the House and to maybe have a shot at becoming president of NUSA. So, yeah. as soon as he realized Arnie was completely done for, he immediately left him
Okay.
in an attempt to save himself.
So you think Arnie Vanek tried to save himself?
Leo tried to save himself.
I mean Leo, I got mixed
I
up.
don't even think Arnie tried.
Yeah, he didn't even try. Leo told me that actually Arnie casually mentioned it. I didn't hear a bit much about. I did not hear much about this scandal until Arnie resigned over it, and I realized, oh God. Well, and then I looked at the stuff from the Coalition Against Abuse, and yeah, this is a
Yeah, this is a huge deal. One of the biggest scandals in news today. But yeah, Arnie had no shot of surviving this. Arnie was either going to be impeached or forced to resign. And
I think he was
that
recently
resignation
blacklisted.
was something. Yeah, that too. But yeah, my greatest fear was that Arnie was going to resign, Gordon Death Meat was going to come into office, and then his first act as president was to immediately give Arnie presidential pardon.
Well,
And
one thing I
that didn't
noticed,
happen.
because it is not worthy of a presidential pardon. I think he was blacklisted anyway, so.
Yeah.
And the entire thing, Arnie was dumb. That scandal was stupid to happen. It's stupid that that thing even happened in the first place. Jeez, it's a Roblox government simulation. Why do you need to have bribes in a Roblox game? I don't get it.
You know, I think it's part of the role play. With bribes in real life, people are gonna start bribing you on Roblox.
Yes. What if Watergate Roblox edition?
That was my greatest fear of this. That this is actually gonna turn into the Watergate scandal.
Like a Watergate
And
style.
Arnie was actually gonna get out of it, and then maybe run for Senate after getting pardoned.
He would probably not win though, so.
Probably not. Yeah.
So anyways, okay, so I'm gonna touch on the recent DC mayoral elections, and I'm wondering. I know you are you were a vocal supporter of Montrone or Montrone. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Montrone. You were a vocal Yeah, you were a vocal supporter of him. So do you think Hop would be somewhat capable, or do you think that he will fail miserably and DC would completely die? Do you think he will, or do you think he'll do okay? Do you think he could do okay, or
That is heavily dependent on whether or not he can get his agenda across. Because the first item on his agenda is to basically propose a crime bill to DC City Council, making robberies in small servers at DC legal, which is completely stupid. First off, that's unconstitutional. The Supreme Court will take that down. And if somehow Hop manages to get through that,
he says he wants to do it because there's no other easy way to make money, but so
yeah, I've heard that argument, which is gonna be why I supported Hop. I mean, not Hop, Montrone, because he would find a way to make legal money in DC. So it sucks that crime bill will not be needed, but if Hop can get that crime bill past the Supreme Court, then things are gonna go completely nuts, because
yeah.
it's gonna do is it's gonna be creating a chain reaction. Okay, people are gonna fill up small servers with robbers. It's just gonna rob a server with 1 or 2 people, and every single day they're gonna get a ton of money, and then they're gonna spam the heck out of kids and abuse that mechanic.
Yeah.
It's been tried to get fixed with Planet left DC to DOS, though. Basically,
Yeah, it could cause like the DC economy to collapse. Like I don't know, maybe in order to prevent that, they might have to even hire because people are getting so much money now. If they do that, they might have to increase prices on things by a lot, and then boom, everything will get so expensive for your law. And oh, I got disconnected now. I got disconnected now.
Okay, yeah. That
Yes, I was.
and core are literally the only thing standing between DC surviving and DC collapsing. And what I believe is that either he knows this and does not care because he knows he's going to be on the winning side of it with the real game, or he doesn't know it and is just going to do it because he likes robbery. But there is a way to prevent this entirely, and that is what I am currently working on. Making sure that the DC City Council is filled with anti-hoppers, the people who supported Montrone for mayor. Because if the DC City Council does not vote in favor of Hop's crime bill, then Hop will never get to sign off on it, and it will never become a law under municipal government. So.
Also, in Hop's Discord server, in Hop's general Discord server, I saw some like messed up stuff in there.
Yeah, that was probably a pro-Montrone supporter.
Yeah, I was in the Discord server. Yeah, like somebody posted a D-pic.
Oh boy, that was probably a Montrone supporter, or Montrone just got an awful VPN and then threw that pic in the server.
I think it was
I remember on New Year's, I was gonna call with him, and he said he would post the deep pics in pretty much every server he was in, except for just in general. So I take it he actually successfully did that.
It was I think it was a photoshopped thing. It was photoshopped too. It was supposed to be a cursed image. I'm not gonna show it. I'm not even gonna try to describe it.
Oh boy.
And I also saw some.
Send that to me after the interview.
No, I'm not gonna send it.
I'm curious about this image.
I am not gonna send it to you. I don't even have it saved, and I don't want it saved.
Alright, fair enough.
So, anyways, I also saw some rather racist memes about the killings of George Floyd there, which it's okay to make memes. I can take a joke, but that doesn't mean it's okay. Just because it's a joke. This stream is not going as smooth as I wanted it to. But the show must go on, so we're gonna keep going anyways. And plus, this is one of our first streams, one of our earliest streams, so we still got a lot of stuff to work on.
Yeah, this is the pilot episode.
So, I'm probably just gonna I'm gonna probably edit it afterwards and re-upload it as a shorter, condensed video with only the interview and segments where there were technical difficulties cut out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, anyways, what do you have to really say on the recent like crime and chaos in Washington near the Capitol?
What I have to say on it. In Roblox, it was entirely started by the Revolt Against Phoenix movement, inspired by real life events that happened.
Yeah, messed up events like when where domestic terrorists stormed the Capitol.
Yeah. So I think that it was not a protest. It was an insertion on the Capitol.
It was also kind of
Possibly
could be
being attempted
possible,
to overthrow them.
possibly maybe considered could have been seen as offensive to some because I was actually genuinely freaked out. I was interested in politics for a while and then I'm like, oh God, I think I got interested in politics at the wrong time.
Don't worry, I've been interested in this stuff long for you. This is nothing new, but
I have been.
it's very
I sort of at
interesting.
first used to be sort of more of a history guy, and I sort of slowly started to turn into a politics guy.
Since history is very political at times, but yeah, that was very offensive to people because
Some,
people were actually playing Roblox while that was going on
which
right
is
outside their door. So
it's fine if you want to play a game while it's happening. Good, because if you do, I think it's kind of unhealthy to constantly be watching the news because you think, oh, there's only bad things are happening. But if you look all around you, good things are constantly happening.
yeah,
And they didn't need to be constantly reminded about this horrible attack on democracy. So what I they could if they wanted to protest, fine. They could have I think they could have just done it somewhere else.
yeah, but I completely agree with you on that. It was not a protest; it was a violent action against these men, and I think that I'm gonna be honest with you, and this may come back to bite me in the butt someday, but the votes against the agreement has gone a little too far with that, and I think they're going a little too far with that in general. But what I believe is that our new limit is gone right now. We should take a break and focus on real limit later. But right now, we've basically taken control of the Constitutionalist Party, or the other Constitutionalist Party, and now with Senate Class 2 elections being over, they have a supermajority in the Senate. So, yeah, I think we should hold on to that for now and not go too far with that. If we cut off one, we surely it's all going to come crashing down very, very quickly.
That's an interesting look at things. That's an interesting way to That's an interesting way to look at it. That actually is some good advice for the Constitutionalist Party, for any high-ranking officials in the Constitutionalist Party. You should take note. Listen to what this guy has to say. He's very smart. Also, we're a bit past our time, but there's nothing else on today. There's going to be nothing else on tonight, so I'm gonna let it slide. So we're just gonna continue for a minute because we have time. I have time for one more thing.
Yes.
Um. So how? What was the thing that sort of enraged you the most about Arnie? What made you dislike him so much?
Why I did not like him so much? That is, there is really one reason, just one simple reason why I didn't like him so much. Me and my IRL friends asked me $5 autistic. He started spreading rumors that I was. That was pretty much my reason why I did not like him. Essentially, the file nail in the coffin because
Yeah.
everything he's been doing is basically bad. He's been doing nothing, not trying to improve anything, letting DC die, all that other stuff. anti-spread of rumors that I had autism. I just had enough. I was not dealing with that anymore. I didn't want to deal with that, and I wanted to see him get out of office immediately.
If you look at my avatar,
Goodness he did.
if you look at my avatar, actually, you see that ribbon there? That is actually an autism awareness ribbon, an autism ribbon, because I am on the spectrum, actually, so, that is actually quite offensive to me.
He's been offensive before, okay? He actually banned me from the transition server, presidential transition server, because I was in a call with him, and someone was basically writing the N-word on their screen. And he was afraid that I was going to screenshot that and send it to CIA or something, so he banned me. So I couldn't do that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I have no idea if that's even constitutional or not.
There's probably not a law that says that, but still, that is messed up. Well, anyways, Rotten, I think that's all the time we've got. Thank you so much for coming on. I know this stream was not the best of quality. It wasn't. But I promise you, our next edition, which I don't know when it will be, but I promise you next time it'll be smoother and it'll be better. Thank you for coming on, Arnie. I'm Rotten. I keep getting... I'm sorry, I get mixed up with names. Yeah, this stream was a bit rocky, but... Anyways, as I was saying, thank you for watching. And to all our viewers, thank you for watching, and Rotten 5, thanks for coming on, and I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. This is very interesting to get your views on this stuff, and also to any of you Rotten 5 supporters who are actually watching this in the future, answer this question in the comments. Why do you support Rotten? That is our question of the day for the viewers. That is our question for the viewers. We're gonna, at the start of at the start of our next show, it's not gonna be tomorrow because we still have to figure out a guest and all that. At the start of our next episode of this, we will go over those answers with our previous guest.
That's going to be fun.
Or if you dislike Arnie, say why you disliked him. Okay. So anyways, thanks to Arnie for coming on, and I hope you enjoyed our show, and good night.